as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Check 45 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check 26, check 26.
On 1st and 10 is counter. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Now Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. 54, South. 22. Begin. 20. Hey, South.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Got it. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Watch the screen. Pass. Watch 98. Watch 98. Check. He's check.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8.
Hey, wait. Hey, check 24. 51, Tom. Base. Bumps up the helmet. Here we go. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. I got you, son. Hey, 59, ready. 198. Hey, exit. 98's the mic. Strip that ball. 198. Ready, set.
Ryan. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check. Lucky.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's see what you got.
Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On second down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Hey, check. Done.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Rick Lynch. Hey, South. Coming this way. Here we go. Mike's 50. Let's go deep, tighten up. Gotta go.
Throwing again, Ryan. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
You got nothing. Got.
To throw again is Ryan. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the pass. Check. 45, Mike, 45. Easy.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
230. Here we go. Back. 50.
Roethlisberger will hand the counter. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
We won it. Come to my world.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly. Allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion.
And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Ryan. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
3rd and long, it's Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it out. They got it. his man, complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety. 21.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
21. Hey, orbit. 50. 50's the count.
Now it's Ryan. This complete to Jones. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
59, ready.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check 4, check 51. 52.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready, back 25. Space.
Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan, he's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
20.
Now Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. That one goes for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Ready, 280. 98 to Mike. Hey, let's get in that hole.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Check. 54, south. Pilot, 64, weak. 11. 198, watch 98. Bud. Come on now. What do we do?
After the sack on first down, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Base. Get him. You got 39. No.
Ryan. It's hauled in by Hardy. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Black 30. Hey, alert.
On first down, Edmonds. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Another carry now for Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Mike, 55. Check. 51. I got it. Tight dog.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Throwing right, and that's complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
58.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Team 6.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking downfield for... This is caught inside the 15. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. There to stop him, Terrell Edmunds.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 13 yards out as his guys are back within a single score.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, he picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to the ground on 1st down, Edmunds. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Jack 16. Watch the screen. Jim.
On second down, this is Edmonds. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Hey, Haywood. 52. Carter. 52's a Mike. Watch Mike. Pick it up.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This will be taken very short. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To throw is Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. 33 yards that time.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Got it. Hey, Tuesday. 11. Go. Right there in the middle. 55. Rip right. Let him go.
From the gun, Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Let go.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Wait. to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Y'all not ready. Mike 50.
Hey, high 7. We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, 59, ready. Ready, back.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Edmonds. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Snickers, got spin.
Check.
General West.
Now a give, right side. Edmonds down to about the 22 here. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Black 80. Here we go. Under 10. Snickers, 66. Black,
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.